I wear leather because it is very durable and good quality. Wow. You actually reminded me of a theory which is called the Bose theory. It is also called, but it is called the Saint-Vimes theory of socio-economic unfairness. Yeah, it seems as if there is highest levels of unfairness in this world. The rich remains rich whilst the poor remains poor, and the poor will actually die of their poverty. If you look at families which are rich, even their grandchildren will also be rich, and for most of the families who are poor, even the grandchildren will die of their poverty. But what could be the cause of this unfairness? So according to Saint-Vimes, or according to the Bose theory, the poor or those people with low incomes are always forced to buy cheap, low quality products that don't last long, that are supposed to be quickly replaced. So the frequency of replacing them is very high. But what happens with these people who are rich? They are rich because they buy long-lasting products that are durable, but these products can be very expensive. They are not worried about the expensiveness of the products because they can afford them, so they are not worried about the price. Even if the price of the product is very high, they can still afford it. But us, those people who are poor, we cannot afford to buy expensive products, not because we don't want them or because we don't know that they are there, but because our incomes are constraining us. So we end up buying those cheap products which are available. So looking at the Bose theory, it was written by this man called Saint-Vimes. He realized that if you are poor, you cannot buy that quality that you must have, but you are forced to buy low quality products because of the fact that your income cannot buy that highest quality. So he gave an example of a person who is earning $38 per month, but he needed to buy leather shoes worth $50 or costing $50. But this person literally cannot afford it. So he is forced to buy those shoes that are worth or costing $10. So where is the problem here? The problem is, yes, you are going to buy a shoe which is cheap, but it is actually expensive for you in the long run. Why? Because you need to pump out money each and every month, trying to replace the shoe. Every month you try to replace the shoe. So this happened to me this year. I bought shoes in this China shop made of cloth. They could not last even a week. They were torn, and what it means, I had to replace them. I did the same. I went again in that shop because I didn't have money. I just needed shoes to put on. I bought another pair of shoes. The same thing happens. So these shoes were costing $5. So it means within 2 months I would have spent $10. So after a year I will realize that I'm spending a lot of money only on shoes. So imagine all these things that you buy, all these consumer goods that you buy each and every day, you're doing such a thing. So this is where the problem is. We remain in poverty, but just because we don't choose durable products. Okay, fine, let me explain the difference between durable goods and disposable goods. Durable goods are long lasting, whilst disposable goods can be used once, or they can be used for a few days or a few months, then they're disposed or they get torn, they wear out. So that's the problem of buying disposable products. So whenever you are making your buying decision, you have to consider not only the price, you need to consider the durability and the quality of the product, so that you don't continue replacing or buying the same product over and over again. This is why people remain impoverished, they continue or they frequently buy the same thing over and over again. Yet those people who are rich, they can afford durable goods which are long lasting, that they can buy over a long period of time. So they will be devoting their income in other projects. But if you're looking at this boost theory, many people even here in Zimbabwe, they spend much of their incomes on shoes, just because, not because we want to have shoes every month, but we keep on replacing them. So the year I learned about the boost theory, I decided to buy some farmer shoes which are made from leather. I went to Bata, I bought my farmer shoes, and these farmer shoes are long lasting because they are made from leather. And I've been using these farmer shoes for more than 4 years. So someone asked me why, many people believe that farmer shoes should be worn by men. But for your own information, if you go to Bata, you ask about farmer shoes. There are farmer shoes for females. There are farmer shoes which are actually unisex. So you tell them, I want unisex farmer shoes. Then they can make you choose from the range that they will be having. And I've realized that when it comes to my farmer shoes, I've been wearing those farmer shoes for the past 4 years and they're still intact. If I look at the sole of the shoe, it's still good and it doesn't allow water to trickle in my shoe. So it is very protective from harsh weather condition. The weather condition can be bad weather like rain, it can be cold. That shoe can protect me, and inside that shoe there is like sort of stuff that can protect me from cold. So you see, something which is durable, which is expensive, can actually be cheap for you. Yet those things that are very cheap, they can be expensive because they need to be repaired quickly, they need to be replaced. So imagine buying a second-hand car. What it means is you have a cost of repairing that, and to repair a new thing is different from repairing an old thing. So whenever you are making your buying decision, whatever that you think of buying, it can be shoes, it can be clothes, it can be everything that you think of buying, you need to consider the both theory. This theory, I think it's very important to be known by everyone, and it can also open your eyes. It's better for you, I think, to maybe if you cannot afford to buy a certain thing right now, what you can do is you can set aside a fund where you can put few dollars each and every month up until you get to a point of buying something which is durable, so that you don't continue replacing the same thing over and over again just because you opt for disposable goods or poor quality products. So I'm not saying you should not wear those things that are cheap. For the meantime, you have to continue doing this, but you must have that, be futuristic. You need to have that idea that I need to buy this thing which is expensive. Even though I'm buying these things, it's only for the short run. Very soon in the long run, I'm going to be having this that will long live. So whatever that you want to buy, that you know that you are going to use forever and ever, let it be durable, let it be long lasting, so that you don't keep on replacing and replacing and replacing. So sometimes we buy things that are, what can I say, that can be easily be disposable, but sometimes it's a cost in the long run. It's a cost to you and even to your family. It is a cost to your health. If you wear something that is of poor quality, you are actually doing something wrong to your health. You are going to be affected by bad weather conditions just because this thing is not protecting you. So the time you visit the hospital, you get to understand that you have cold, so you need now to pay for all these hospital bills, but it was because of your fault. You did not choose the right thing to protect yourself. So what are you doing to protect your future income or even to protect your physical body? What are you doing?